rolling in on this primary election night in Kansas and Missouri.
And we have team coverage tonight as we follow the biggest races. In Missouri, voters are choosing their party's nominees for governor. And in the GOP race right now, let's take a look. We've got Mike Kehoe with 40% of the votes, Bill Eigel with 31%, and Jay Ashcroft with 24%. These are the three top contenders. We've got 62% of the vote in thus far. And that's interesting. That's interesting.
KMBC 9 News is with all of the campaigns tonight, all across Missouri.
And we want to go to KMBC 9's Bria Berry right now with Jay Ashcroft's campaign in Springfield. Bria.
Hey guys, as I said earlier, the mood has changed significantly. An hour ago, it was incredibly energetic. Now it's really somber and it's quiet now. Let me step out of the way so you can see what's going on behind me. Mr. Ashcroft is supposed to take the podium in the next 5 minutes, and we're hoping to hear from him. Right now, we know that he's downstairs at the Moxie Hotel watching the results roll in tonight. Again, the mood has changed. I mean, it is a significant difference. It's very windy out here. A lot of people standing around hoping to listen to Mr. Ashcroft and hoping to get some remarks about the results. We know it's too early to say who's winning at this point, but I can tell you right now the mood is somber. So they are watching those results. Of course, we'll continue to have live coverage, updates, and we'll wait, and we'll probably be back shortly. We'll send it back to you, Chris and Laura.
All right, Bria Berry, live tonight in Springfield. State Senator Bill Eigel, who is running second in that race so far, is hosting his campaign party in St. Peters, right outside St. Louis.
And KMBC 9's Jackson Kurtz is there live. And Jackson, certainly a different atmosphere there.
Yeah, well, it's still kind of a party, but it's kind of shifted the last couple of minutes or so since we were back reporting live here. But big concern a lot of folks have is why this is taking so long for more of the results to come in. And they announced that St. Charles results is still at 0 here. So we checked the Secretary of State's website, and it is still at 0 reporting. So still waiting for that. Over 60% we looked at, but still zeros across the board in all parties here in St. Charles. So a lot of people are frustrated by that. A lot of energy here all night, all evening long. When it started at 7 o'clock, they called this the victory party here in St. Charles. So it's just still waiting for that to happen, still waiting for Bill Eigel to come out and speak to him, give his results, give his thoughts on the results. But his team told us he won't come out until about 100% or close to it is reported here. So still waiting on that. A lot of folks just wanting those results to come in so we can see who finally won this thing. Reporting live in St. Charles County, Jackson Kurtz, KMBC 9 News.
All right, Jackson, now let's go to Mike Kehoe's camp, and that is where we find Matt Evans.
All right, with the Kehoe campaign there in the capital city. And Matt, I suspect a lot of smiles in that room, at least so far tonight.
It certainly is, Chris. More than 50% of the vote in, and Kehoe up by about 9% over Eigel right now, and then Ashcroft trailing in third. So certainly a lot of smiles, a lot of people in a good mood here at the Kehoe campaign. We're at the Capitol Bluffs Event Center outside, and you will probably see a lot of people on their phones outside because the signal inside is it's a little bit slow. So people have been coming in and out and checking results and then going back inside to then keep the party going. We're at the Capitol Bluffs Event Center, which is kind of down in a hole next to the Missouri River, just across the river from the state capitol, from the governor's mansion, obviously where the lieutenant governor is hoping to reside sometime early next year. Certainly things are trending in that direction as he is up in the GOP primary right now and looking like he has a fairly commanding lead over his opponents in Eigel and Ashcroft. So certainly the mood is good here. Still too early to definitively call a winner, but certainly the Kehoe camp feels pretty good about their chances as we move further into the night and more election results still come in.